You have?
Never?
No.
So, no, you can eat your candy. We're not, it's okay, we're not gonna start yet. You're so bad.
Yeah, we're gonna just laugh the entire video.
Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a special guest and she is my best friend.
Hello guys, my name is Malika. So I have known Zarifa since high school, freshman year.
Yes.
So today we're gonna be doing a Never Have I Ever challenge.
Yes.
I keep messing this part up.
No, that's okay.
And we got all the questions from our followers on
Yeah.
Instagram. So let's start.
Let's start, yeah. I'm so sorry, it's so noisy in here, but we're recording in this bench over here in the outside. But I like the lighting though, but it's a little bit noisy, so excuse that, please. By the way, we have these that I have and never. Yes.
Okay, so I have all the questions on my phone.
Yes.
So today we got two different kinds of questions, regular questions that you guys asked us,
Yes.
and there's like never have I ever questions.
Yes.
You're gonna start off with
question?
regular questions.
So yeah,
So-
you could get to us like better in that way, and then we're gonna do the never have ever. Yes.
First question is like, what was the transition like moving from your country and coming to the U.S. at first?
Do you want to go first or should I go first? I think you should go first. You should go because you're a guest today. So
So I came in 2000.
11.
Yeah, I came in 2011. The transition for me was a bit, I wouldn't say difficult, but I would say, it was a big change. It was very big,
Of course,
really big
yeah.
change for me. I don't know English. I don't think most immigrants doesn't really know English
Yeah.
at first. Not, like we learned after like being in school, interacting with people.
And also coming from like country like Uzbekistan, like we just like way too far, It's
Yeah.
like there's no way that you know in English while you're living in Uzbekistan,
You could go to like Togerek, but like
Yeah, like tutorings, but usually over there people like learn like Uzbek and Russian, so
That's-
not really like interested in English. But that was like back in those days, like it's about like almost like 10 years ago. But now people like interested in learning English, but it was not in our case, right? Because it was like a while
yeah,
ago.
it's changed now. So when I first came, I was 5th grade in there. I finished the 5th grade, and when I came here, they put me to 8th grade. So that was a big change for me already. And I'm like, okay, how do I, will I be okay? Because I still don't know the language. Like I only know numbers, animals, and what was that? Something else.
Like saying hi, how are you, like just talking
Yeah,
with us.
not
yeah.
really. I didn't even know that because my first
Really?
question in the 8th grade, like my teacher asked me, how old are you? And I did not understand that. And I was like, maybe it was the accent. I wasn't sure, but I remember being in Moscow, we were learning just those like words, but not how to make up word, like a whole sentence. So when my teacher asked me, how old are you? I was like, huh? What? And then other girl who's from my country, her name was also Malika.
Okay.
That time my name was not Malika.
Yes.
But she translated and I was like, oh, she was asking this. I knew numbers. I'm like, 13. I was 13. But now I'm 21. So when I came here, I guess the most hard part about it was not the lifestyle, but just the language.
Yeah.
Like I wish that if I knew a little bit more, I would have more opportunities.
Yes.
And interact with more, like in middle school I don't know much people because that time I didn't speak.
So socialize more.
Yeah.
Yes, you will have an opportunity to make more friends.
That's
yes.
true. Yes. So how was yours? I mean, yours was like I witnessed all of it.
Yeah, I mean the things that I went through, it was like pretty much like what you went through, So I feel like the language is obviously the biggest difficulties, I guess. It was same thing with me when I came to this country. I was I believe I was just starting 7th grade in my country, and I came here. They just put me on the 9th grade. So I just started high school, just skipping 2 levels grades, and me not knowing any type of English, like besides saying hi, how are you, it's just I was in the high school. And like high school is a tough place to be. Like you have to be like really strong to be in high school, because it could like mess you up like really really bad. And obviously it like affects you for your like in your social life, like I said, like making friends and all that stuff. So that's the one reason I know like Malika and how I met her, because
We spoke the same language.
we spoke the same language. And then,
That's-
yeah, so it was my first day of high school, right? So I came in. So there was this girl who was translating the whole thing for me, but she wasn't like a real Uzbek, But anyways, like I really appreciate for her like translating for me and stuff. But she showed me everything, like where's the cafeteria is, where's the classes at. After she showed me that, I was on my own, like I had to do everything by myself, right? So I entered the cafeteria like while waiting for my classes to start, and I just looked around, like I just didn't know anything. It was just like whole different thing. Obviously I don't know anybody, and I looked around, and then it's just everybody looked different. And then I looked from my left side, and somebody like talked to me. It was her. She was like, hi, are you Uzbek? Like she spoke in Uzbek, and I looked at her. I was like, yes. And then I came and I sit next to you, literally. And now I was so happy that I met a girl from my country and who spoke the same language. It was just crazy. I was like incredibly like happy. She showed me like literally everything, because I was even shy to get up and get my breakfast. Remember that?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, it was my second year.
Yeah.
For her was the first year. And
But we were still freshmen, but she went to the middle school. That's how it was
Yeah.
her second
yeah,
second
so
year.
I was a freshman, and
Yeah.
I think you came like October times, right?
So
So the school has already started.
like it was
people-
like already 1 month. She came in 2011. I came in 2012. So it was like a little bit like more than a year. She came before me.
So I've been in the high school. I know little stuff.
Yeah.
I know the language now.
Yeah.
I guess I do I still have an accent even now, but there's like Tajiks, like Samarkand Tajiks. They do speak our language, and I always interact with them before.
Yes,
and
yes.
And
True.
we still do. They only spoke Uzbek only when I spoke them.
Yes, yes.
So because I don't speak their language. And one day there was this new girl who was speaking Uzbek to them.
Yes.
And then I was like, wow, she does not have like, Tajik accent. I was
like speaking like real
yeah, she's
Uzbek.
talking like me. And
Like
I was
in
like,
a real Uzbek, yes.
yes. And I was like thinking, I already had my like breakfast. I was like, maybe she's Uzbek, so I was like, let me ask. Like I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, I'm not gonna be shy. I was like, hi. I said, and I spoke in my own
Yeah,
language. I was
yeah,
like,
she
are you
did.
Uzbek? And she was like, yes, like that. She said.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and then I don't know if she said it or I said it, but I said like, come sit next to me, like
Yeah. I think it
across
was
each other. Yeah,
I think it was you. I think it was you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then she was very shy girl at that time.
I was.
Like I was like, why don't you get like breakfast? I was like eating, and she was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm like, I'm shy. And she was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want it. And I was like, and then I gave my.
You told me, oh, go to the line. It's okay. Like, don't be shy. But I think
It's just like you need your ID card.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Like you just need your ID card.
She was like, just go to the line.
You just like swipe, and then nobody even talks to you. You just get your food. She never done that before, so she was.
I don't think I went on that day. I think
No,
I,
you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
know.
I shared my food with her because she.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go with you. I was like, no, let's go. And then she's like, no. And I was like, okay. I was like, I remember. I don't know like what I specific shared, but I remember the banana.
Yeah.
But I shared food with her.
Yeah.
The next day we came. We came like almost like at the same time, and I didn't have my breakfast
Yeah.
yet, so I was like, okay, we're going together.
Yes.
And
that's
then
the
that's
time
when I took her.
Yes, that's the time that I went inside to get my breakfast. Yes, I remember that day like it happened yesterday, because like every moment, like even like me looking at the side to the left side and you sitting and you were like, you were almost finished with your breakfast. Like I remember like every moment of it, because I feel like that was like a very like a special moment, like when you meet with someone, that is like really like you know the feeling that, oh, like, you know, I know she's gonna be my friend, I know like my life is gonna change. Like that's how I literally thought.
I know that we went a little off topic, but like the transition was the mostly the hard part was like language.
Yeah, language.
And it's just, if you don't have language, you just can't socialize, you know.
Yeah.
You cannot do well. I mean, you could do well in school, but it's like you gotta work extra, because like there's a textbook, you gotta read it, and you don't know how to use
like,
it.
hello?
Even if you know how to read it, you don't understand it. It's a problem, you know.
It's
I mean,
it's
she
crazy.
did like really fast. Like she learned in like half year in English.
Yeah.
Like she learned like super fast. I learned in like 8 to like 1 year.
Yeah.
But like she learned like a lot faster than me. So.
Yeah.
What about your family? About the transition?
My family, when it comes to transition to a new country, I think it was like a much harder for them, because first of all, language, and also culture for them. Like for us, we were so young, like we were still 14 years old, and we were like, okay, like I know I could get used to that. But my parents, you know, who are like lived already 40 years, 35 years in our country, it's like really hard for them to like get used to the new country. I will say for them is that the culture, and then the language was the hardest one.
For my parents, it was not difficult, because I guess the first 6 months was the hardest part, where like, okay, we gotta find a job, we gotta do this, we gotta pay rent, like, you know, it's everything.
And documentation, you know, like you need to get your papers
and then like
done.
what we would do, like for example, we would go anywhere, we would all of our family would
Same
walk.
here. Like 5 family members, like
Someone's going to the store, all 5. So it's just like
I mean, it's kind of makes sense, because like you cannot really go by like one person or 2 people, you know, like it's just
you get lost.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you don't understand. Like
you don't
the
know.
more people there is, the more you can you know, feel like less pressure. Right now it's like very normal that one person goes out.
Yeah, it's very normal. But I remember our 5 family members just walking down the street, and the sidewalk we walked in was like full, like because we were 5 people, you know.
Yeah, and people would be like also wondering too. I mean, when I came here, I lived in Brighton Beach, and then we always like gather together and like walking. They're like, oh, you're all here. Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, you could tell like that we are new, you know.
Yes.
Like when you walk like that and you just look around like, oh my god, where is this, where is that, like people can tell that you are actually new to here, you know.
So we've been on this topic for like long time.
Okay, Amanda asked, what was the funniest moment y'all had together? I think we had so much funny moments.
Like you tell.
Okay, I don't know. If I'm wrong, just fix me. I think we were either sophomore or junior. Remember when we were like walking in the high school inside, I think it was the 3rd or 4th floor. We probably cut the class. Then we were so loud and we were so laughing that people started closing the doors. Do you remember that time?
Yes.
And we were sophomore, right?
I think it was sophomore,
Yeah,
when the
sophomore,
FDR
yeah.
was a lot less stricter.
Yeah,
Like
it was not
like
strict,
that.
yeah.
Like after like junior and seniors, they were like, oh,
Yeah.
if they see you, even like in your lunchtime, if they see you walking around, that's not allowed now.
And they check if you have a pass or not. But at that time, they never checked. They never checked.
Yeah, so we would finish. I think it was after our class, but then other people would still have class now.
I think you didn't have a class,
Yeah.
but I think I had a class.
Yeah,
I remember
so
that
I
was
finished early, and then I used to make her.
Yes, like
I'm that influenced, and not all the times. And
but I think it was the class that I couldn't do well. Like I knew like I will fail that class. Remember? That's why I didn't really go. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Like my other classes, like I went, remember? Because I knew I was like, okay, I need to do good in this class because I know like I started off good.
It wasn't funny at all, but like it was like we were just couldn't stop laughing.
You know why?
We just couldn't stop.
Do you know the reason why we were laughing?
I mean, I know that we laughed after they start closing doors too.
Yeah,
But
but before, remember, we looked at the posters on the wall. Remember, it was like a chemistry section or something like that. Remember, it was a. I think it was a picture of this guy, but like it was like horribly drawn. No, it was a horrible picture. Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
already
And
crying.
then we started laughing at that. The teachers started closing the doors, and then we laughed like more, like harder, more louder, you know.
So we've been just walking around, we're talking, we're laughing, and then the teachers are just like,
Yeah,
And then-
they weren't having it, yeah.
And we're like laughing a lot more because everything seemed super funny that time. But we got like thousands of those times.
Yeah, like
Like-
we had like so much. Like people know us over there, like as like a really
would-
like a joyful, very loud girls. But we weren't really.
Like just two people just
yeah,
laughing.
yeah, just laughing. But we never feel embarrassed of like how loud we were, right? Because we will always enjoy like our time, having time. That's why like I always like look forward to next day to meet with you. You know, coming to high school. I think that was the only good thing about high school, because other than the high school was pretty much like stressful most of the time.
We made it fun for the first 2 years, but then we kind of found our own different like groups, I guess.
You know how like you be junior and senior, and then they
Yes.
try to like expect you a lot from you. Oh, what college you going to? What are you doing? You know, like where you applying? You know, there's just so much thing. Me and Malika, we were in a completely different class sections. You
Yes,
know,
yes, like,
she will
to
be
be
over there
honest,
and I will be over there. Like
We
it-
only had one class together.
Out
The
of 4
whole
years.
4 years.
whole 4
one.
years, one class.
Senior year, it was
Global studies.
global studies. Yes.
Yeah,
It was
I-
like I think the senior year, first semester.
Yes.
And that was the only time we ever had a class. But other than that, we always been in different sections. She was in ESL and I was not. I was already in English.
Yeah, she was. That's
and-
why. That was the reason.
And I was doing like college now classes,
Yeah.
and she was doing the other. So you know, she found her own group because you know she has class with them all the times, and we always tried to even have a gym class together, but they never give us the.
Not even
section.
not even a lunch. We never had a lunch together, like in the cafeteria. Never.
I think we did.
But
Once we did.
No, but you got program change. No?
Yes.
It was only for like a 2-3 weeks that we had the same lunch. Never mind. Yes, we did.
Yeah, so when we had one lunch together, I think that for first 2 weeks we didn't have the same lunch, but
Yeah.
I changed it
Oh,
so that
yeah,
we have a same lunch.
Yeah.
So it was
I
just
remember.
like-
It was just something program change. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Just to make a like clarification. So the first and second year of high school, so freshman and then sophomore year, I didn't have any friends besides her, and I don't think you didn't really had a friends, right? Maybe 1 or 2. Did you?
It's like no, it's just classmates. You know, you
Yeah,
just people
just-
that you talk to, people that
Because
you say
of the
hi
class,
to,
yes.
but you're not like close. You don't meet them after school. You don't meet them before school. You're not gonna have lunch with them. It's different kind of like friendship. You know, just like a classmate.
Yeah.
Like friends, but like you're like my best friend.
Yeah, a junior and the senior year, we were like kind of forced to make other friends.
So we went like part ways, but we did still speak.
Yeah,
we did still met.
We were
but
still
it's just,
friends, you know.
Yeah,
like
we-
our friendship was still there, but it's just there was no
even,
time.
even now, like for example, like we don't meet all the time. We don't text all the time, but then at the same time, the connection, the friendship
Yeah,
is still there.
The friendship
That's
is still there,
yeah.
like because people ask. Like still now, like people ask, like, are you still friends with Malika? I'm like, yes, I am.
Go to our like social media.
Yeah.
You gotta see each other,
Yeah.
like posting once a while.
I live in a different part of the New York City, and she lives in a way different part. So it's like a more than an hour to get to each other. And then plus, like I am married, and she will be married soon. But even though she wasn't married before, like she had her like school and other things.
Yeah, like she goes to a whole different college.
Yeah,
I go to a whole different college.
So and we have different schedules. So that's why it was like impossible
The
to
work
like
and
the work. Yeah, that was a crazy thing. So that's why we weren't really meeting. But that doesn't mean that we weren't friends. We were still friends, like ongoing. So it never stopped, like since 2012.
Why did you start to wear hijab and more Middle Eastern clothing? I think that's very obvious.
Very, very. But I'll be honest, 100%. Before, especially when I was in the high school time, I was a girl who wear like tank tops like this. Remember? Like
Yes.
showing my half of my body. Like I was like that in the high school times. Remember? It's just I never cared. I just did what I like to do. What fits me. But after I went to the college, like little by little, maybe it's just because of my age, like, you're getting more mature, you're getting older, like, I started thinking, I was like, what, I don't think like this is like, okay to do, like wearing a tank tops, showing my bra is okay for my age and stuff. A little bit later, I met with my husband right now. Not that like he asked me to, like he never asked me to wear like hijab or cover myself. Like I started like following girls who dress up modest, and I just like think about it. I was like, well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you used to tell me too. You were like, you know what? I think I want to do this. I think it will match me.
Yeah.
See,
that was like my 100% my own choice to wear that. I'm just doing what I feel like it's good enough for me. Like just covering myself like this is a good enough for me.
You got influenced by his culture, and you're like, oh, I like this.
Yeah. Remember, like, because anything that I go through, even every new step, like I always tell her, like she's the first person like that I go and be like, oh, you know what, this happened, and she always say, well, like if you liked it, just go for it.
And I think it really like matches her.
Yes.
Even your looks, you really do look good on it.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so the no more questions, so we're gonna start the never have I ever one. Okay. Yes.
I have
Okay, you wanna go first? Go.
Okay, so the first one is, never have I ever followed the wrong person in a crowd.
Okay, I do it a lot, okay? Because sometimes, sometimes like people look like people, like let's be honest. Like sometimes people have a similar clothes. Like if I see you, for example, in this shirt, like she may have that shirt in maybe little bit different version of it, Like be like, oh wait, is that Malika or is that her? Like it's just sometimes it happens. So
this happens a lot also with me, and this has happened with me, my mom, my friends.
It happens.
I think it happens to everyone at least like once in their life.
Yeah. Have you ever fake cried to get what you want? I mean, obviously.
You have?
Never?
No.
You never did that?
Why? You have? But like, how are you gonna just like cry?
I do that to my husband all the time. That's like a trick.
Oh. No, I can't cry unless like it's real.
No, like you don't actually like
acting.
You don't actually like cry, but like you just act like, oh, you're all mad and stuff, like, oh, like like.
No, for me it's natural. It just comes natural. Like,
okay.
So I never have done that because I never had to. People knows that if I'm sad, if I'm mad, like my expressions, my behavior, it just shows.
And then they automatically be like, okay, let me just say yes.
I mean, sometimes you do not get what you want. That's the sad reality.
It is what it is,
So this question is a little weird.
Yes.
A person said, did you ever lie to me for your own benefit? But is it like to each other or to the person that's literally like sent to us? Like, how are we gonna answer that?
I mean, from what I'm understanding, for herself, because we kind of know her, like not a lot, but we know her. Our answer is like, I think no, like I just don't remember.
Because we never had to. Why?
Yeah, we never had to. But when it comes to each other, have you ever lied to me?
To each other? No.
Not
in real life.
Yes,
but to her, to my friends,
I mean, not for our benefit, we don't do such a thing for like our friendship, like for just to benefit yourself. We never do that. But like if it's like nothing really like serious or like something that it has to be lied, and then it's like lie.
Like what?
I don't remember, but
like what?
For example, like group chat, like when we open, but like we want to do something for you,
okay, so that doesn't even count. It's like a surprise thing.
That things, but other than that, no.
Have you ever had a awkward moment that you wish you hadn't? Come on.
Awkward.
My whole life? Yes.
Awkward is, awkwardness
Like,
is
it's-
like the worst thing in the world, you know.
I mean, awkwardness happens every single day. You're like, oh, I wish that didn't happen, but like, it happened. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Never have I ever gone vegan.
Ooh, that's a good one though, but never.
Yes.
I think I wanna be like a. Not vegetarian, but I do like vegetarian foods. I think there's a difference between being a vegetarian and vegan.
Yeah, definitely. There is.
Yeah, there is. But I don't think I could ever become a vegan. If I do, I'll become a vegetarian.
I don't think I will ever consider both of these because,
You like meat, right? Chicken, right? You like chicken.
like, I'm picky when it comes to meat. I don't even at home. Like, I don't eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's
because-
very picky and she's very plain. Like there's not such a thing as a ketchup mayo for her, no hot sauce for her.
I don't like those stuffs.
No,
I don't eat
it's-
even eat ketchup. It's just.
It's just a bread, a chicken patty or whatever the patty is, and with cheese, with extra cheese. That's it.
Yes, I'm a cheese.
Yeah, just the cheese. So when you meet with her, so don't offer her no ketchup, no mayo, and no spicy. She hates that. No.
I just can't. I just like. I just can't with spicy.
I'm literally like your opposite. Like I'm literally.
Yeah, she's like we go to Subway. We used to go Subway a lot. It's
like in the college times especially.
yes. So we go to Subway, and she's like this, that, and I'm like extra cheese.
Like that's it, just plain
And
like
then,
that.
and then they heat it up, and they were like, okay, what do you want? I put salad, like regular
Spinach, right?
tomato and cucumber, and maybe spinach, like she said. But sometimes I don't get it. When she orders Subway, she just goes 3 different kinds of what's the sauce, or like. there's a thing
I usually get chipotle sauce. That's the first thing that I get, and sometimes I've been like putting some vinegar, but sometimes I put like sriracha. So like every time it's a little bit different. I like to try different sauces every time I go. But the first thing I need to have all the time is the chipotle sauce.
What?
We were talking
How
about
did we get there?
the vegan part.
Ha, yes. Never have I ever wanted to hang out with Uliana, like with me, she said, but like, and miss you both. And in high school times,
Of
But-
course, if you have like, because like she been our really good friend, like especially me, like I remember.
you were very close with her.
Yeah,
yes.
because I had like so much classes with her, and I used to text her like every single day and stuff. But the thing is, like after you graduate from high school, right, the things like completely changes because everybody's spread out. Everybody's going to the same college. Like even with her, like she's my best friend, but like we went to the 2 different type of college, which are in the 2 different locations.
Yes.
And then that got us really like separate, I will say. But like we never had it like time we said, oh, we're never gonna hang out. But like no, it just, I guess like the timing, I will say.
It just we meet each other like less, and it's like
Yeah.
same with Uliana.
But I would love to hang out with like my old friends from high school, like one day, everybody out. I would love to.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be very.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Uliana, please let us know if you want to hang out.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I know
Be
that you're
out.
always like in the different countries.
Like you go to your country a lot. I think that's the thing. Like lately, I think she's been going there a lot.
Yeah, I see her like posting
Yeah.
in that like different like location. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
she's not here.
But that don't mean that we don't want to hang out with you. It
Yes.
just we don't have no time.
Okay, there's 2 more. Never have I ever.
2 more left. Never have I ever overdressed for the casual day. Never?
I always underdress.
Yeah, your thing is jeans and shirt. But before, remember, I used to be like that, like in the high school times and the beginning of the college, we just used to be like shirt and jeans.
I'm still almost like that.
Yeah,
Like,
but like now, like since like I think 1 year, and like I've been start wearing a dress, but like I don't overdress either,
but
right?
I know that I will start overdressing.
But maybe
Yes.
I will say like kind of both in between, So I don't want to say that and be like, well, you kind of wear dresses, so I don't know.
Well, do you think I overdressed in your wedding?
No, because it's a wedding. Like, you're supposed to be like overdressed, and especially if you're the bridesmaid, you know, like that kind of makes sense. So no, I don't think you were overdressed, and you barely had a makeup on. You
Yeah,
just,
because I don't put makeup. I just put like foundation, like a bit, like here,
yes,
and then
yes.
just like scrub it, and it's like my makeup.
Yeah.
Never have I ever cheated on a test with a friend.
I don't think you have never. I thought you never had it because you know why? Because you always used to study for the tests, especially in high school. She used to like
I never
always
actually
study.
studied. I actually was like kind of good at
Yeah,
in class.
maybe
so
that's
like when I pay attention in class, like mostly like I will know the answer. But there were times in college where like
Yeah, but I was kind of different. In high school time, I used to copy, but in the college, I started taking more serious, and then I was like, wait, shit, I have to study, like just for my own sake,
yes.
So I had a less copying, but in high school, I did like cheat a lot with my friends.
In high school?
Yeah, in high school.
I think like I just did like a couple of times in college. Yeah, in the college is not like that anymore.
No,
like,
the
it's
college,
just like a high school is like a multiple choice. But
yeah.
like,
Oh no, college, just forget about it. Like if you see one multiple choice, like you could be like all happy. Which like even one multiple choice that doesn't happen like usually. Like not in my classes, to be honest.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like I got like one or two classes in college that was like multiple choice, but
Like my major classes never do multiple choice because professors
same.
professors say that they don't believe in the multiple choice because
I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
If I was
because they just giving you answer and you just have to select it.
so I think we're done with the
You're
questions.
done. This video was so long. I'm so sorry. Okay guys, this is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A / never have I ever, and please let us know if you guys would like to watch like other kind of videos with me and my bestie. Would you like to say anything?
Well, it's been pleasure
Yes.
being in this video.
By the way, you were the first guest.
Yes, after your husband. Yeah,
Yes.
your husband and you, and
Yes, she was my like first actual like guest to my channel. So please show her some love. So and subscribe to my channel and like the video, I guess.
yeah, subscribe and like.
Bye. Bye.